now the intro is done. Hi, I'm Chern Choy, and this is a video talking about my personality test. First, I would like to make use of the 4 personality tests that I've done with in relation to my strengths and weaknesses of the personality test and how my personality adapts to the workplace. And I would like to represent a little bit about how can I improve my weaknesses that I've adopted and found in my personality.
Alright, firstly, let's have a look at the Big 5 personality test. As you can see, the 3 aspects that I score highest at, which are openness to experience, agreeableness, and extroversion. I agree to pretty much all of them. I agree that I'm open to new experiences because I like to take up new challenges and try new experience or events. So, previously, I've joined a real estate company and became a part-time real estate negotiator for approximately 2 months. This is a picture of me negotiating with my clients. Secondly, this picture shows that I'm with my friends joining a Dota tournament, which is a computer gaming tournament past 2 years. Well, this is a new experience for me also, which I have joined a school tournament, which is a football tournament with my friends. Well, this is an event which is a librarian annual dinner, which I also have never been before on a stage where I joined them and played some games. So, also by doing this video, it's also a first for me, as this shows that I am up to taking up new challenges than writing an essay. Secondly, I'm also a very agreeable person as well as I like to just go with the flow and try to avoid any arguments or conflicts, as cited and according to Barton 2009. This is an example that I can show.
Hey mate, I think this is a panda.
I think it does look like a panda.
So, next, I scored 3.8 for my extroversion, as you can see, which is a very high score as I agree with this. However, depending on who I actually hang out with. A journal article by Samuel Gosling states that extroversion is the extent of how much a person enjoys the company of others, such as whether someone would like to just hang out with friends or actually attend massive parties. I actually prefer to attend moderate sized parties and meet new people. Thus, I can show you this as an example.
So, what's the party, man? All good? Yeah, what's up? No, how's the party? It's all good.
Following by extroversion is my conscientiousness, where conscientious people are dependable, responsible, reliable, and well organized, as stated by my Trin. I scored 3.7, which is a pretty high score, and I can show you a picture of my closet. Looks alright and very organized, I guess.
And finally, it's neuroticism, which I scored lowest at 2.4. Usually, I would expect to show my emotions out to everyone, and thus I only show my poker face in most situations. And I am actually very strong to control and withstand my emotions inside me. Stated by Brian 2015 about neuroticism. This is actually a very typical example for me. Hey mate, have you studied for your exam for tomorrow?
First blood.
What? Do we have an exam tomorrow? Nah, it's alright.
Alright, the second personality test that I chose is social styles. As shown on the Excel spreadsheet, I scored amiable as my highest social style. I'm an amiable person, which illustrates that I am more of a listener than a talker, and we can relate that to high openness to experience and high agreeableness, as I would listen to what my friends have to say as to absorb new information or agree to what they say for most of the time that we discuss. However, I feel that in whether I am amiable in different situations. While hanging out with my friends, I tend to be more of an amiable person, while in working with a group of schoolmates on a project or at work, I would tend to be a more of an expressive person.
Alright, my first strength would be leadership skills as stated in Paul Barton at 2009, where extraversion and conscientiousness are predictors in leadership skills. People who are highly conscientious are effective leaders because they are well organized and effective in their teamwork. Thus, as in an extrovert myself, And as I stated earlier that even though I'm an amiable person, but in different situations at work, I'm a very expressive person. Thus, this can be fully improve my leadership skills. Alright, my second strength will be forgiveness. But the personality test states that I am a very agreeable person and I tend to forgive people easily as I do not like to start any fights with them. Alright, I tend to avoid conflict with my friends and families or even strangers. According to a research done by Walker and Gorsuch in 2002, neuroticism and agreeableness are highly related to forgiveness. When a person with low levels of neuroticism is about to have an argument with someone, chase them for it. Other than that, Leslie Brown in 2005 states that people with high agreeableness also forgive others quickly because they tend to feel comfortable to maintain a conflict-free relationship with people around them. Right. My first weakness is procrastination. According to Daniel Watson in 2005, the Big Five model is closely related to procrastination, as people with high openness to experience tend to procrastinate more than their minds, tend to fly to different places. As related, I am a very amiable person and do not get things done quickly. This is a very negative news for me, as organizations nowadays expect people in workplace to be very efficient and effective in their employees. Right, my second weakness is my slow in decision-making skills, which is one of the traits of an amiable person. As according to Carl Barn in 2015, people who are high in agreeableness tend to be indecisive because the nature of highly agreeable people tend to rely on other people's decisions rather than making their own decisions that they affect them. Alright, the two main areas that I would like to improve on, which are my decision-making skills and my procrastination. Alright, my decision-making skills needed to be improved is because according to Gorsuch in 2013, one of the main reasons where people are indecisive is because of the fear of making the wrong decision due to the fact as they seek for perfection. To improve this, I think I must improve myself to be more brave in making decisions and just to think twice and not think as many times that I would need to, and just make the decision and just go for it. The second main area is my procrastination. Procrastination makes me very exhausted at the end of the day, as I will rush to do my work at the last minute, and thus it will make me very tired at the end of the day. Therefore, I plan to make a timetable for a week or a week beforehand, or even just to make a daily task or a planner on my phone.